Welcome. Grateful to be with you for another week. To those that are new, welcome. To those that have joined in the past, glad that you're back in the recording. Know that I will continue tracking with the chat on this even after the live has ended. So go ahead and put your questions, comments, if you have them. And if you're joining live, I'll spend some time and engage at the end of our time if there are any questions. If you haven't already, I encourage you to like the channel if you like it, and subscribe and share it with others that you think may be helpful. And feel free to reach out to me at any time, either in the comments or you can send me an email to tim@faithfullygrowing.com, and I'd be glad to engage with you there too. It's been nice interacting with some of the folks that are meeting me here on YouTube and other platforms. Let's see. I think that's it. If you would like more of my guided meditations, if you go to my website, faithfullygrowing.com, you can find out more about me, and you can sign up for 25 of the most popular IFS guided meditations that I've gotten feedback from, and some are from Dick Schwartz's book, No Bad Parts, on that list. Also, the exercises in the back of the book. If you have the capacity to head over to the website and click the donate button, a strong value of mine is to help keep IFS available to all. And you can make a nonprofit donation there if it's something that feels right for you. And along those lines, I'm going to talk a bit today on the power of IFS in a group context. And that is one way to help keep IFS accessible to more people. Groups, you don't necessarily you go deeper in different ways in a group context. I'm learning and experiencing it's different than one-on-one coaching, and there's a place for both. But there is something about healing in a community or a group context that is powerful too. And that's another value that I want to experiment more with. And so I'm going to talk about that just a bit today. And if you're interested in joining a coaching group, I have one coming up this Saturday. And there are others coming up about every other week or so. And you can get that information on my website and click on offerings, or send me an email if any of it is not clear. And let me just mention too, before I jump into the context, I am an IFS trained practitioner focusing on faith, spirituality, and work with folks who are at various places on their journey. Some have experienced religious trauma, and some are just looking for an ally and need some support, and to be reminded that we're all human and that we're all in this together. And a lot of those parts that we experience are common to all of us. And so for those that are new to internal family systems, or IFS, it was founded by Dr. Richard Schwartz, and it suggests that our minds have different parts or subpersonalities. And these parts can be like inner voices, those thoughts, feelings, actions, impulses, sometimes even deep-seated beliefs that have conflict with one another. And just being aware of that multiplicity of the mind, and knowing that at our core that we are beloved, and that these little parts that may be stuck in the past, they're doing the best they can too. They're no bad parts, but if we can get to know them and help them know who we are today, they can be healed and know that they are not meant to carry some of the burdens that they're carrying. And so let me talk just a bit about IFS in a group context. In a group, each person brings their own set of internal parts to interact with others. I've experienced this. I just finished a 6-week coaching group where I had a wonderful group of people, but each person brings together their own system, their own parts, and sometimes those parts react to someone else's parts, and there can be challenges. But if we can learn to speak from our parts in a group setting, speak for our parts, not from our parts in a group setting, that we can learn more about other people and their system. And just like in our own systems, when those managers and firefighters seem to be at odds with one another, they're really doing the best they can to protect a little one that's underneath. And if we can come from more a self-led place and have a facilitator who can help us do that in a group, healing can come. And understanding this can help how groups function and support one another and grow and build trust among other systems as our parts are beginning to trust us in a group setting, and creating a non-judgmental environment where everyone's internal experiences are respected is key for group healing. But it can be challenging. It's much easier to respond to someone's parts that resonate with yours, that agree with yours, than it is to resonate with those that may not. And they're all still just little ones who are doing the best they can. But at our core, we're all beloved, and we're all doing the best that we can too. And that can be encouraging in that healing container of a group with others. And using IFS in a group setting, I found that it can lead to significant changes. For instance, a group session focused on self-worth can help participants understand and soften their inner critics, leading to more empowerment. And so I'm going to lead us in our meditation now. And I want you to just think of the idea that we're all in this together. And it's harder to do in a virtual platform like this. You can't have as much interaction, but if you want to type in the parts of you that are coming up as I lead us through our meditation today, maybe there are other people that are watching this video live or watching it in the recording. They may resonate with your parts, and maybe we can get some of that mutual understanding even in this type of a setting. And if you would like to get experience of what IFS in a group context can happen live and a platform like Zoom, check out my coaching groups on my website. If you go to faithfullygrowing.com and just click on offerings, and send me an email if you have questions. Dr. B, hello, Tim. I'd like to express gratitude for the wonderful meditations you've shared here. I've done some really powerful and life-changing work with my protector parts using your meditations. And it's always grateful to get that feedback. And I'm just so grateful to be able to offer whatever I can to help others heal as I continue to do my own work and heal myself. So keep being curious about those protectors, and I will too. And we'll keep growing together. But so grateful for your comment and for joining. Before I lead us in our meditation, I try to do this every week, same time. And so keep joining as you can, or watch the recording, or keep tracking with the channel. Okay, let's just sit and pause and settle for just a bit. Just notice your parts that are coming up, those thoughts, feelings, actions, impulses, beliefs. Just breathe for a bit. I know I have little ones that get anxious in these live settings that I need to be aware of, and have them soften back and know that we're on a team here. And there's a team with the broader collective of those that are joining in this video. So just be aware of that, and let your parts know that if they need of just that there's a community here. Just see if those little ones could realize they're not alone. See if they could soften back and give some space. Some parts may want to be close and be eager to engage. Some may want to keep their distance, and everything's okay. Just sit and be with your parts and see what you notice as they come into the room, or maybe they're gathering around the table. Just use the imagery that works best for you, and just notice those parts for just a bit. And often it is our protectors that show up first, and a lot of the work is just building trust among those protectors, letting them know that they're not alone. They may be polarized between a part that wants to get things right and another part that says you can never get it right. They're on the same team. We need the gifts of that list maker and the gifts of that challenging part that keeps us at our best. But they make a part of the greater whole. And there's probably some little exile parts underneath that they're trying to protect. And our goal in this is to, what makes an exile are the burdens that it carries. What makes a manager are the burdens that it carries. What makes a firefighter are burdens. And our goal is to help them unburden, because that was never who they are. And that they can just become and be parts that make up the greater whole of our belovedness and ourself. And so see how that resonates with your parts. Just check in to see how you're feeling toward what is coming up. See if you can extend just a drop of that compassion or curiosity, clarity, courage, connectedness. See if your system can take that in. See if your parts know who you are. You let them know who you are if they need some updating. I'm just going to pause for a couple minutes. I'm talking a lot, and just to let you be with your parts. Maybe there's some that need a voice or have some questions. Maybe you have questions for them, but just in this silence, continue to be aware of your system and see what it needs. Remind your system that there are other people that are doing this meditation with us right now. We're all human. We're all doing the best we can. We're all seeking healing and feeling better in our lives. It's normal. Just see if you can let those feelings of that belovedness, self-energy, whatever you want to call it, just kind of reverberate throughout your system and parts. See if there's anything else before we begin to wrap up. Just thank each of your parts for their courage and as much or as little as they shared, and just take time going around to those parts that are present. Just acknowledge their courage. Thank them. Just let them know that they can meet up with you again if they like this, and if you liked it and it feels right, and let them know that it's maybe one of the first times that some of the parts have been noticed in a long time, but it doesn't have to be the last. Then when it feels right, just kind of let your parts know we're going to say, see you later for now. They can stay with us throughout the day, throughout the week. They can also play and rest and just be. When it feels right, you can begin to transition back to the present moment where we are. You can open your eyes if they were closed. You can continue about life and what you're doing. But thanks so much for your courage in joining me for this meditation. And I'll hang around for a bit if there are questions or comments. And bring your questions with you if you're able to come in future weeks too. But just love engaging with you here and providing a platform for us to ask questions, be curious. Thanks for that thumbs up. And just grateful for this community. Send me an email if I can help with anything, tim@faithfullygrowing.com. Comment, I'll engage with you here. But hope you have a good week. And I look forward to continuing this journey together. All right, take care.